There is 0% possibility of this going any direction but my way. This is game over. I'm sure by now that anybody watching this channel is fully aware of how powerful Vanquish Soul is. However, given that Borger and Caesar both require you to return Vanquish Soul monsters from field to hand, and the deck's general reliance upon its normal summon, it can be quite xenophobic and difficult to mix with other decks. I've tried out a few, but very seldom have they measured up to the power of raw Vanquish Soul. That is until long-term Discord member and fan Grim in the Discord put me on to Vanquish Soul Generaiders, which seems like a wild combination, but the deck actually functions exceptionally well. We built this deck together. Well, he built it and he showed it to me. We were playing a few games together, and ultimately I'm very, very impressed by the deck. I don't know if this is going to be the deck's final form or if we're going to make more changes to it over time. At this stage, I haven't had too much time to practice it. So what we're going to be doing actually is this video, rather than being a deck profile, is going to be an opportunity for both you and me to fully master the deck. Of course, I understand most of the basic plays, but this is going to be an opportunity to show off sort of the deck, not only as it is and how powerful it is, but also provide a bit of a learning opportunity for both all of you watching and me personally playing it, which is going to be a lot of fun. I think this is going to be an interesting way of going about it. I'll be displaying some of the main combos that we discussed, and we'll be keeping an eye out for potentially alternative plays or maybe cards that we're missing that could open up even more possibilities. So for now, what we're going to do is jump into a bunch of live gameplay. If you're interested in this style of content or anything else that we do here, be it deck profiles, streams, whatever, make sure you subscribe to catch more as it's coming out every single day. Like the video if you enjoy watching, and let's get into it. For the sake of context, I thought I'd mention we are playing in Master 3, which is definitely something worth bearing in mind. This hand is not the greatest, I'm not going to lie to you. Not exactly the best first impression of the deck. We do have Fenrir, and we have a lot of protection, so we may still be able to turn this into something. We are going to use Fenrir here to search our deck for another Fenrir. We don't run any other Kashtira monsters, and that's totally fine. We don't need them either. I'm going to grab the Kashtira Fenrir, and I believe from here, honestly, we just pass with 2 face downs. Not exactly the greatest turn 1 in the world, but it is what it is, and we'll see what we can do with it. Vala is... So Vala's an interesting one here. Number 1, she's a fire monster, which is very, very useful. However, my only gripe with this card is that it requires you have another Generator in hand. Now, how you solve that problem is very interesting. So you can either run more Generaiders to make her effect live more often, but that could sacrifice then the integrity of the rest of the deck, or you could instead run something along the lines of maybe run her at 1 instead and make her like a search target rather than something you want to hard draw. It's an interesting situation. It is. It's tough to say for sure what exactly the right play would be. But ultimately, again, it's in our hand. It wasn't very useful, so it is definitely something worth bearing in mind. Whenever you're playing or testing any new deck, you always need to think about what one card in your hand could have been, right? Just think about any of the other possibilities for what could have been useful under those circumstances. Does that always reflect accurately into results post-modification? Not always, but it is a way of thinking about deck building. From the looks of it, we're potentially going up against Mathmech here, I would say, based upon the opener. He searched his deck for that fat dude, right? Sakitama? He did. Okay, so he's got the Sakitama. Gonna use its effect now, gonna normal summon itself out to the field. So, ideally, I think they're going to be going into Alimbertion here. It would be my assumption. That's what I want to keep the Fenrir for, I believe. Because he could go as 2 dudes here into Alimbertion, which would be fine, because we can ask the Alimbertion search and then we can Fenrir to banish it, and I think that eats up a lot of his follow-up. And I will Ash and Fenrir this card. This card is not good for business. This card is very bad for us. So I will definitely be getting rid of it. Gonna Ash that first of all. Alright. Alright. Cross-out. Cross-out. Okay, that's fine. I guess we're gonna go for a cross... Oh, sorry, call by. We're gonna cross out the call by. I could chain my own call-by to banish one of his cards. I guess I will. I'll chain it to get rid of Sakitama, just in case, right? Because it will be negated for the next 2 turns, meaning this will be useful again on, what, turn 4? And by then, yeah, there is technically the possibility he has another Sakitama in hand, which would be very detrimental to us, because he could still additionally normal summon it on top of everything else. So we're going to negate his call-by here. Ours, of course, resolves because of the way we order our chain link. So that is that. And then Fenrir will, of course, get the opportunity to banish a card in the field. As soon as that's done, we are going to get rid of Alimversion. It offers some significantly more flexibility than the subtraction, and it is now banished face down, which is very important. He's 3 cards left in hand, but playing Mathmech, again, I'm a big fan of Mathmech, and I know for a damn fact, yup, there is nothing stopping this man from going into additional plays. The level of extension you can get off of Mathmech is pretty much limitless. So now we're going to need to see if we even have a next turn to go into. Alright, and unfortunately, Update Jammer into Access Code Talker marks lethal damage. Damn. So, unfortunate opening. Again, I'm not going to judge the deck too heavily based on that opinion. Just, you know, for full transparency, this is my 3rd duel using the deck, so I'm not going to claim that it's fully sort of finished or fleshed out, but it is definitely something that we need to practice a little bit more with before we can make any assessments on the actual deck list. Again, Grim put a lot of work into this list, so I have no doubt that it is definitely more than capable of success. Every deck breaks every now and then, so let's just see if we can get more success in the next game. Alright, now this hand is looking a little bit more suitable. Let's see if we can make something work off of this. We do, yet again, have Fenrir in hand. We have Cross out, which acts as a max C out, which is awful useful. Going into Fenrir, we're going to get searching for another Fenrir, just to build our hand and get our advantage, get our attributes. Perfect. Having Borger and Stake Your Soul is nice. We're going to go Stake Your Soul then. Stake Your Soul. Unfortunately, we don't have a fire monster to reveal, but that's fine. Revealing a dark is a close second. Alright, perfect. Gonna summon out Dr. Mad Love. Gonna get searching on summon. So we were initially playing Snow Devil with this deck, but we sort of talked about it. I think Dust Devil is going to be much more suitable because you don't want to blow up your generators. I might be wrong on that, but we'll see as time progresses how exactly we feel on that one. So we've got a couple of different options here. Okay, so what we'll do, we're going to try and build some advantage here. We're going to go Borger. Going to spin this back to hand. Oh, and our opponent just surrenders. Damn, my plan was go Borger, draw 1, link off into the rock, and then add Borger back to hand, and then sort of set whatever we had him pass. And that would have set us up for a Mad Love during their turn to bounce it back into Borger, or whatever it is, right? So, fair enough, I guess we just win. Moving into the next one. Alright, getting into the next game here. So again, we sort of skipped over their turn 1 because they didn't do very much, and I needed to adjust my camera. Looks like we're playing against something. Skarm, what does Skarm do? Skarm, yeah. What is this? Burning Abyss Labyrinth? What the fuck kind of deck is this? That's pretty fucking cool, actually. I like that. Skarm, you're an SR. Might need to fucking take note of that one. That's pretty fucking cool. Ooh, drawing into the big old Dogaran. He got that dog in him. Okay, perfect. So we got a few options here. We're going to start with Stake Your Soul. Going to reveal a fire. See if he has some sort of negate or something for this. He might not. We don't know. Let's see if he has something. The Dogaran could be useful. Another generator card. Okay, big welcome. The welcome is in fact big. Summoning out Lady, bouncing Lady back to hand. Interesting. That kind of makes sense. We are going to summon out Xiaolong. I'm assuming they have a way of putting an additional monster on board. We have multiple fires in hand already, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly get searching. We're going to reveal to him a Dogoran and a Razin. I don't want him to know I'm playing Generaiders yet. I don't know if it's going to have a huge sort of surprise factor to it, but it is definitely information I would like to withhold for now. If he doesn't need to know I'm playing it, then he doesn't need to know. Why would we tell him something he doesn't need to have? Gonna go for the Coup Clock in response. That's interesting. Then activating the Lady Labyrinth. I don't think activating the Coup Clock right there was necessary, but I guess it is what it is. We do have the ability to chain block the Lady, which is nice because we have the Caesar in hand, which is going to be useful. What if we add to hand? We already have basically everything we want and need. We have Earth, Fire. The only thing we're missing in our current hand is Dark. So I guess we're probably going to grab the Borger. Or even... I don't know. Dust Devil's pretty good. Dust Devil's pretty fucking good. I'm not going to lie. Let's go Borger for now. I just want the additional interruption. Let's just go for Borger. Alright, that's fine. D-barrier. That is fine. You're going to declare what, sir? Synchro. That's perfect. It means he's not declaring Exceed, which is even better for me. Alright, now we're going to go for Caesar. We're going to bounce back to Zhao Long. Perfect. Alright, now we got Caesar on board, and his effect is actually live, which is important. Actually, no, it's not. We don't have an Earth. Okay, well, let's go for Razin then, and let's see if we can nab ourselves an Earth. Yes. Yes, let's grab Pantera. That makes a lot of sense. So we can do a couple of things here. We could Kaiju over the Lady to make it more difficult to disrupt. I just don't know why I would do that, but I could. If I wanted to, it is an option. This card in your hand or graveyard. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to keep it nice and simple here. We're going to go Battle Phase, swinging with the Razin into the Almirage. See if he has something to say about that. He definitely should have tributed Almirage. I don't know why you wouldn't tribute that. That would have fucked me over. You fucking idiot. Gonna swing now with Caesar Valius into the Lady. That is wonderful right there. Now we're gonna go for the Caesar's effect. Going to reveal all three attributes in hand. We're gonna pop that back row. So right now, we're seeing the Vanquish Soul cards, of course, put in work. But what we're going to be seeing coming into our opponent's turn, putting in work, is going to be the Generator cards. Now, we don't really... I guess we can summon Zhao Long here for the search during our opponent's turn. It does, however, disrupt our zones a little bit. No, we could free up a zone over Razin. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's go Zhao Long here. We can actually get an additional attack in, so we can get an extra 2400 to the face here, which is nice. And then what we're going to do in main phase 2 is we're going to tag Razin out for a rock. I'm going to summon the rock over one of our monsters. Again, Grim is quite insistent, making sure that we maximize the amount of open monster zones at our disposal. So we're going to summon it right here. And we're going to add a card from graveyard back to hand because we don't want to flood our field right now. We actually want to keep enough zones open to get decent value out of the Generator spell card, which is going to be a fucking huge deal. If I summon Borger, I don't have any more Darks in hand. I guess I can get some extra burn in with Borger though. So I'm going to bounce back Caesar Valius actually. And I'm going to summon Borger right here. Just so we can get the extra burn. I think the extra burn is going to be valuable. Revealing Valius, revealing Razin. 15 to the face. He's only got 3,800 life points left. So he's we're putting him under a certain amount of pressure to deal with our cards. And yeah. So that is that. Now moving into our opponent's turn, as soon as they draw a card, we're going to activate Generator Boss Stage. This allows us to special summon a Generator monster from our deck. We're going to summon out... do we need to use Lopter here? Because if I just go hard, there's no real difference between just going Lobster and going hard, right? Not at the minute. I'll go Lobster anyway. Fuck it. That's going to trigger off our boss stage. It's going to summon out tokens to the remaining zones of my field. Right here and here. Alright. In the standby phase, I am going to use Xiaolong's effect to get searching. Gonna reveal fire and fire. By the way, I'm not feeling the best, by the way, so if my voice sounds off or whatever, that's why. And we're also going to deal an additional set of burn damage. Just because we can. So this is not looking good for our opponent. I'm going to be honest. It's looking real bad for our opponent right now. Okay, we're going to add... Damn, we have like fucking everything. We're going to add Dust Devil for next turn. It might be useful. And then what the Generator cards are essentially going to set up for us is a double interruption, essentially. There's no way you have something you can use, right? It's simply not possible. Your resources have been decimated. There's nothing you can do to come back from this. Surely, right? I mean, you get 2 cards in hand. I'm about to have an Omni Negate and a Monster Disruption. We already have Caesar Valius, which is going to act as an... Oh. No! That's not good. He drops the Daruyuma Cannon. That would have been a hell of a fucking card. I definitely would have just played that. I don't know what the hell you're thinking. Lopter attributing a monster, gonna summon out hard. Generaidder, Boss of Storms. This is the big bad of the deck. Even relative to Caesar, this guy is significantly more powerful in my opinion. This guy is a fucking beast. He's playing Big Welcome Labyrinth. That's gonna trigger off the Coup Clock from the graveyard. Which, I mean, again, doesn't fucking do anything, but you sure thing, buddy. Sure thing, bud. It doesn't do anything. Let me see. From the deck to the hand, okay. Yeah, but I'm not sure, like, what your plan is here. I'm not sure what the thinking is, what the logic is. But it's just not happening for you. I hate to break it to you. It's just not your day. I'm gonna go, gonna bounce the Borger back to hand here. Summon out Caesar. And basically, Caesar will just let us pop that face down. Before he can even pretend it's usable. Alright, Caesar Valius. Gonna reveal Earth. Gonna reveal Fire. Gonna reveal Dark. And just like that, like, that's pretty much game over, right? Like, I mean, come on, man. Look at this. There is 0% possibility of this going any direction but my way. This is game over. Just pass turn, buddy. Just pass. Just pass. Accept your fate. Embrace it, even. Normal summon the Coup Clock. Swing into my heart. Hang on. He's actually going to do it. Hang on. He's actually going to do it. Not a paid actor, I swear. No, he's not a paid actor. He did exactly what I told him. Is my room bugged? What the fuck? What the fuck is that? He can't be doing that to me. What the fuck? Next game. Alright, getting into the next game here. Feeling very good after that last one. That last one felt amazing. We have the boss stage and everything here. Boss stage by itself is a hell of a fucking card to have in your hand. That card is busted. We are going to go for the Fenrir off the rip, activating Fenrir to get searching. We're going to search our deck for another card. Let's see if you got anything you want to say to that. When he asked that, no, he does not. Makes total sense, though. We have... Caesar doesn't do much for us right here. We're going to go for Stake Your Soul now. Stake Your Soul going to get us a little bit of advantage, revealing, of course, a fire monster in our hand. Let's see if he's got something to say to that one. Maxi. I mean, I just showed you an Ash Blossom. Okay. Already then. I just showed you an Ash Blossom. But alright. We're going to go for the Razin then from the deck. Fair enough. Razin then gonna get searching our deck for another Vanquish Soul monster. Ooh, being with an Ash Blossom there as well. Interesting. Okay. You know what? Fair dues. I appreciate. I can respect it. I can respect it. So what we're gonna do is, rather than spend too much energy on this fucking dork, we're gonna go into the Rock of the Vanquisher. He's down 2 cards in hand already, and the Generator boss stage is only going to make life harder on him. He does not know that we're playing Generators yet. So we're gonna use Rock of the Vanquisher. Gonna add Razin back to our hand for later. In fact, I don't even think I've normal summoned. Yeah, I haven't. Damn. And then we're just simply going to pass on this. This is a pretty good board. And the reason this is a pretty good board is going to be because of the Generator Boss of Storms, Har. We're going to go boss stage here. Okay, boss stage getting ashed would have been pretty annoying. It would have been very annoying if boss stage got ashed. But he's already used his ash last turn on our Razin, so I'm not too worried about it. Going imperm on the... I mean, I guess he's playing his Vanquish Soul knowledge. He's playing like, oh, Rock of the Vanquisher is a good imperm target. And it is. That is correct. But Lopter is a way better imperm target. What are you doing? What are you thinking? Even Fenrir's a really good imperm target. And you choose this dork? Shit, man. I mean, it does remove our Razin interruption, so that is definitely not a non-issue, right? We do definitely need to consider that being a thing. Alright, so we're going to use Lopter, tributing off a token here. We're going to summon out Har, Generator, Boss of Storms. Love to see it. Alrighty. Gonna summon that out to the field. We could do a few things here. He probably has Sigma in hand. But what does Sigma in hand do? Did I banish this? Fuck it. Yeah, we banish. Fuck it. He's only got 2 cards left in hand, right? What could they possibly... Like, even Math Mech, in all of its glory, I'm a fucking huge Math Mech fanatic, and even I know, in all of its glory, that this is not a good position for them to be in. They're gonna normal the Sigma, right? Like, off in the Almirage. You know you can't, like, bring Sigma back because now you have something in your... Oh, he's got the fucking... He got the motherfucking bang! This man's strapped, he's got that bang on him! I don't fucking think so, buddy. I don't fucking think so, buddy. Oh my god. Fucking shut down that easily. That's the power of the field spell. The field spell is nuts. In the game, whatever the next number is. Alrighty, getting into the next game. This one looking like a much more standard Vanquish Soul hand. So we have a couple of different options here. We are going to go for the Razin. Unfortunately, we only play 1 Xiaolong, so I don't believe we can set up double fires in hand here, but we will try our damn best. Being met with an Ash Blossom, actually. I have double call by, so I'll use it. I'm only using this because I have 2. I still think it would have been a decent call by either way. Never mind, yeah, that's fine. So we're going to call by the Ash Blossom, making sure our Razin resolves. We need as much advantage as we can possibly get in this situation. We do have a decent amount of interruption in our hand, so it's not as if we don't have anything. But the more we have, the better, right? Obviously. So what we're going to do here is... we can't add a fire because we don't have any fires to add. That means that we can't, unfortunately, make Xiaolong live. We may go Mad Love. Just to grab the Dust Devil. None of these other cards are super useful right now. Yeah, we're going to go Mad Love. I think Dust Devil being another form of interruption is just going to be pretty important for now. I don't think we even really need to summon the Xiaolong. I don't think it's going to do us any favors. And I don't want to sort of waste my resources on things that aren't going to help me overtly in the long run here. So I am going to go Rock of the Vanquisher. We're going to special summon out the Dr. Mad Love from our hand. So Dr. Madlove can act as sort of like pseudo-double interruption depending upon the deck that they're playing. If we have a Dark and an Earth in hand, which we don't. So unfortunately, she doesn't act as that because we don't have the correct attributes. But that's just how things be sometimes. That's okay. This is not the worst situation in the world. Again, we got 3 interruptions. And we ideally have a decent amount of interruption. Our opponent's down a card in their hand already. So yeah, this should be fine. We should be okay. I'm still reasonably confident in this. Oh, you can send a normal trap from your hand or field to the graveyard. Special summon a level 4 or lower fiend from deck and a drop. Welcome Labyrinth. I don't fucking think so. I'm gonna negate that shit. Yep. Alright. There's Ariana negated. Fair, fair, fair. End of main. Gonna activate then our Rock of the Vanquished. Sick. Gonna grab Razin back from my graveyard. Now, of course, he can't swing into the rock because we have Dr. Madlove here. So, yeah, battle phase. You can only attack Dr. Madlove. So, it's, yeah, no, you can't. People don't read text. People don't read words. You fucking dork. Oh, I don't think so, buddy. He dropped Welcome Labyrinth for that, by the way. What a fucking mad lad. He committed hard to that play. Ooh, this is a fucking turn of events right here, huh? Alright, I see how it is. Normal summon then our Razin. We can just normal summon this. And then we can use the rock to special... we don't even need the rock's effect to special summon. I might just use it to recycle later. Really? Ash Blossom again? Like, I have nothing else to call by. I'm just gonna call by the Ash again. Ash Blossom is illegal during this duel. Ash Blossom is no longer legal. He's gonna quit. He's gonna quit. There's no way he stays. There's no way he stays through double called by. His field's about to explode. He's about to fucking go home crying to his fucking parents. His basement will flood with his salty tears. Yep, there it is. That's just... I would be upset too. I would be pretty fucking annoyed. Alright, let's keep going. Let's do a couple more. Alright, getting into the next game here. Very, very solid opening hand. Very solid opening hand. Okay, let's start with the Fenrir then. Summoning it out. You got something you want to say to that? I might go for Max C here. Okay, let's go Fenrir. Fenrir gonna search our deck for another Fenrir. He's got something that he wants to say. He's got something. Do we go Razin? Yeah, we'll probably go Razin. Yeah. Let's do this. Razin, get searching. Earth, Dark. So we have Earth and Dark. I guess Caesar is unironically not a bad search. We don't have any fire, so I mean, Jiao Long would be a bit of a waste of time. There'd be no real point to it. We could go Borger just to generate additional advantage, I would say. That it's not a terrible idea. Yeah, I think Borger's probably the way. Because it doesn't look as though he's going to be activating Maxi here. And if that's the case, then fine. Alright, so we're going to go for this then. In the Rock of the Vanquisher. Alright, now activating Rock of the Vanquisher, we're going to special summon a Vanquished Soul from hand. We're going to summon out the Dr. Madlove to get searching. Grab ourselves an additional interruption. I mean, that's kind of annoying, actually, yeah. That's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, summon Madlove. You get to draw one. That's okay. Dr. Madlove grabs us the Dust Devil. Dust Devil's a very powerful card here. I actually believe I'm also going to use the Borger for that draw one. Yeah, I am. I'm going to use Borger for the draw one. That's okay. I can give him one extra card because, again, I'm also getting an extra card. So I think that evens out. That's okay. We may draw an additional hand trap or a way of stopping him from hand trapping us. Pantera was not a fantastic draw there, I'm going to be perfectly honest. That's fine. It is what it is. Passing turn to our opponent. Alright. So what we're going to do is, off the rip, we are going to go for Borger. Just to see if we can nab any extra interruption at all. Just something would be useful. Hit me with like a call by, or not a call by, sorry, like an Ash Blossom or something. Would be very useful. Razen for follow. Ah, Razen actually is a really good one. That means I can summon it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's a good one. I like it. That's okay. You don't have an eye, please. Ah, shit. Cross out on. He's got. What are you waiting for? Are you looking for a maxi? Do you only? Huh? Did he not have any maxi left in deck? Hang on, I have to check his deck list. I have to check his deck list. One win away from Master 3, by the way. This was a random Adignister deck. He normal summoned Picari and I surrendered. Just full transparency for the sake of video. I didn't want to sit there for 10 minutes watching him combo. He's got 3 maxi. Did he have 2 of them in hand? What the fuck happened? What was any of that? Alright, next game, I guess. Alright, final game of the video. Win or lose, this is going to be the penultimate matchup. And this is a hell of a hand to be doing it with. We're going to start with Stake Your Soul. We're going to be staking our soul on this one, revealing an Ash Blossom. Let's see if our opponent has anything to say about that. Those are some cool ass sleeves. I didn't know that those were a thing. Damn, buddy, if only someone could have seen that coming. We're going to go for the Crossout Designator, hitting the Ash Blossom, of course. We're going to make sure that our Stake Your Soul resolves. Perfect. Banishing one of our Ash Blossoms, that is sick. We're going to now make sure our Stake Your Soul resolves, summoning out a Fire Monster from our deck, and to summon the Razen. Razen, searching for Zhao Long, will actually make it activatable because we have multiple fires in hand. This deck plays a shitload of Fire Monsters, which is one of the main reasons it works so well with Vanquish Souls. Like, you play a shitload of fires. So, there really is a lot of room for activating them. We're going to go for Razen's effect, revealing a fire to make itself indestructible by effects this turn. We're going to reveal the Zhao Long that I added to my hand. Not showing him the Lopter yet. I don't want him to know that we're playing Generaiders. So we're going to activate then the effect of our Zhao Long. Ah, that hurts my damn feelings. I'm not going to lie. That definitely hurts my feelings. Shit. Yikes. That puts us in a bit of a tight spot, if I'm being perfectly honest here. We are going to reveal 2 fires on hand. We're going to reveal the Ash and the Lopter. Okay. That's not great. I'm not going to lie. Not fantastic. Not good. So we could normal Lopter, tribute that, special summon 11. I don't really want to... Okay, right, we're not going to give him extra draws. It might be beneficial, it might be worth it, and I know, but I honestly believe that going for Dr. Madlove here may simply be better. And the reason going for Dr. Madlove I think may be better is because Madlove, of course, will search for Dust Devil, and Dust Devil will allow us to flip 3 cards face down, should we need to. So if we're playing against Mathmech, we can let them do their whole shtick to start off with, and then we can hit them with that flip 3 face down. That basically a Book of Eclipse, right? Sorry, flip 2 face down, which is again against the likes of Mathmech is all really are looking to flip because they will summon out 2 monsters. We are going to go for the Vanquish Soul again. We're going to reveal again 2 fires. Going to get searching, revealing the Razen and the Lopter. We already revealed the Lopter last turn, so he knows we have it. So I'm no longer concealing information. That's totally fine. We're gonna grab ourselves. We have Fire and Earth. We do not have Dark, but we will have Dark if we bounce back the Dr. Madlove. So Caesar is a totally reasonable add here. Caesar will give us an additional interruption. Let's see what it is you're playing, my friend. Those are some cool sleeves, although I can't really super make out what they are. It looks cool, though. I'm probably going to have to check the store afterwards to see what these sleeves are. Small World. I am going to Yash that, and the reason I'm going to Yash that is because if this card ends up being important, if he has like a call by or a cross out, he's going to use it on the Ash Blossom, which means my Maxi is going to resolve. We're just too good at the game. We're just too good at the game. It's tragic, honestly. Sometimes I just feel bad that we're just so good at the game and they're just stuck against us here. Revealing a Doggeran. Oh, shit. Glossy Doggeran. That's nowhere near as nice as mine. Mine's fucking royal. You bitch. Going to go Circular. Activating Circular. Gonna drop themselves a little Sigma to the graveyard. I am gonna go for Maxi here. If he has another right, he has another right. But again, yeah, no, we did a good job in baiting out his interruptions and things. So yeah, I'm pretty confident here. Summon out the Circular. That makes total sense. He may just hardball, right? He may just fucking go for it. Which, yeah, would make sense. I wouldn't blame him for that. At this point, he kind of has to. Let's be real. He does. Alright. Summoning out the Sigma. Gonna be met with a Dust Devil. Changing Dr. Madlib to defense. Oh my god, I love it. Perfect. Then we get to make flip. And flip. Face down. That's beautiful. Get the grab equation. That's fine. What are you gonna fucking equate to? Like, you have nothing in your graveyard. Do you have some sort of space in your... Yeah, there you go. GG's! Promo match. Let's go. That is Vanquish Soul Generator fading its way up effortlessly to Master Tier 2. Now, I personally don't like pushing for Master 1 until like the last couple of days of the season, because Master 1 fucking sucks to try and make videos in, because nobody gives a shit. Master 2 is the highest I'll push to, and there you go. Vanquish Soul Generator pushing up the Master 2 with literally no hassle. If that's not indicative of how good this deck is, then I don't know what is. Let's get one more look at the list. And here's the list. So again, as you saw in the gameplay, it worked really fucking well. There are some things I'm going to be considering and thinking about as we're moving along. This is not a deck profile, but again, I will be revisiting this deck very, very shortly on the channel once I feel like even I've got a full grasp of it. There are some combos and things that unfortunately I didn't get to show off in this particular video that I do want to show off in the near future, so you can expect to see more of this deck as time goes on. The cards that I'm most unsure of, I would say, is number one is Vala. Vala is a phenomenal card if you open up the materials to make her live, and unfortunately I don't think we're playing enough Generator cards that we would even be willing to drop for her effect, if I'm being honest. She's a phenomenal card, don't get me wrong, really, really good card, but I'm just wondering if there's potentially other ways of making her live or more active, potentially maybe playing through Foolish Burial or something else. Maybe additional ways of getting into the field spell could be useful, perhaps additional Lone Fire Blossoms to make up our fire count. There's a whole bunch of things we could do to modify the deck to, I think, make it a little bit more consistent. Again, not that we're having consistency problems, because you fucking saw the gameplay, right? We cooked. But we could potentially cut down on Vala, I think might be the way, and then bump up on other things. Again, Vala's a really, really good card, but the fact that she needs another Generator card is just... it's a bit demanding, if I'm being honest. But yeah. Really solid gameplay overall. If you got this far and you want to see more of it, absolutely subscribe. Like the video if you enjoyed watching, and I'll not take up any more of your time. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.